Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Trish with Decant Designs, and today I made a crossbody water bottle holder. It has a cell phone pocket on the front and a snapped pocket on the back. It's a very easy, quick, fun project to make. I did make it with an adjustable strap, so come along with me and sew. Thank you all so much for watching my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. I have been off for quite some time not sewing due to foot surgery, but I'm happy to say that I'm back in the sewing room and can't wait to make more videos, and I appreciate y'all watching. I erred when I made that list, so we're going to start again. So you'll need 2 pieces of outer fabric cut 7.5 inches by 12 inches, 2 pieces of the lining fabric cut 7.5 by 12 inches, 2 pieces of outer pocket fabric 7 inches by 7 inches, 2 pieces of lining fabric 7 inches by 7 inches, 2 pieces of medium weight interfacing 7 inches by 11 inches, 2 pieces of medium weight interfacing cut 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 inches, 2 pieces of insulated fleece cut 7.5 inches by 12 inches, a piece of fabric cut 4 inches by 55 inches for the strap. I already made the strap for this video. I have another video on how to make straps. Fusible interfacing for the straps cut 1 7/8 inch by 55 inches. And of course, it'll be an adjustable strap, so you can size it however you want to. And then we'll need a snap set for the pocket if desired, and then all your normal sewing supplies. So I will have the list at the front of the video, and I will have it in the transcription as well. First thing we're going to do is iron the interfacing onto the lining of the pockets, and then we will turn them over, right sides together with the outer fabric, and we'll sew 1/4 inch all the way around, leaving about 1.5 inch space so we can turn it right side out. I'm going to snip the corners off just like this. And then turn it right side out and press it, and it'll turn out looking like that. Next, we're going to sew a top stitch 1/4 inch away from the edge on both pocket pieces. Next, what you're going to do, fold your piece in half and make a crease. You'll mark 2 1/4 inches from your center crease and make a line, and do that on all 4 sides, and then connect your lines. I folded them in and pressed it with the iron, and now, sorry, that was a cat. We're going to sew very close to the edges here on both sides. I'll be right back. Next, I'm going to iron the interfacing onto the lining fabric for the main part. I took the insulated fleece, the outer fabric, and the lining, stacked them together, and lined up my ruler at 1.5 inches and drew a line on all 4 corners. Next, just cut all the layers at that 1.5 inch mark. Those are cut out, and now we'll move on to the next step. Next, what we'll do is crease your outer fabric in half and press it. I have the insulated fleece shiny side down underneath it. I placed the pocket and drew around it. And now what you'll do is the part that's creased here, you're going to take this and line it up with that outer edge. And we're going to sew this, and we'll do the same on this side. After you've sewn the sides, you'll sew the bottom next, and that's what I'll do. And we'll move on to the next step. And Lola says hello. On the other outer piece, I marked a line 2 inches down, and I have the whole pocket, and I'm just going to line it and sew it all the way around. Next, I'm going to put a snap on this pocket, so if you have your license or credit card or whatever when you're walking or out and about, you can make sure that's secure with a snap there. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. So the cam snap has been placed on this one. Next, what we're going to do is place the outsides right sides together and the linings right side together. And we're going to sew along each edge and here. We're not going to sew here and here. So the bottom and each edge on both pieces. I want to sew, and the insulated fleece is sticking out just a hair, so I'm going to bend this over and trim just a skosh off. I did both sides about that much. I pressed the seams around the lining piece and the bottom, and I pinched the corner together. So we're going to make the boxed corners, and we'll sew a 1/4 inch seam. I'm also going to box and sew these corners as well. And when those are done, we'll move on to the next step. Next, we're going to turn this right side out. Before moving on to your next step, check all your seams and make sure you don't have any missed seams. Make sure there's no holes. Mine looks good. Next, I cut off 2 pieces that are 2 inches long each off the strap because I have more than 55 inches, and I'll just adjust that here in a second when we put it together. Next, take your piece of strap fabric, put a D-ring on it, fold it in half, and put it on the side seam, and we'll be sewing this on. Next, we're going to slide the lining over the bag. Okay, I've got it clipped, so green means I'm going to start here, and red means I'm going to stop here. I'm going to sew it around. Okay, I've sewn around the top and left the opening, and now I'm going to turn it right side out. So I've pulled that out of the bottom, and now I'm going to tuck it down inside. I'm going to trim a little bit of the insulated fleece off the top just to make it easier to sew that together. I'll fold this down in. I'm going to go around the top and press it and do a top stitch all the way around. Here is the finished bag. It turned out really cute. I think everyone that makes one will enjoy them, and they will make great gifts. Thanks for watching.